Devil is a Part-Timer is one of that seasonal anime which everyone expected to be the top of the town of that season, and it would be forgotten by the time the next season came out. But for some reason, it never died, and more people kept talking about it. Not for months or just another year, but for over 10 years. The more time passed on, more and more people watched it and kept the show alive. Sure, it was not anyone's favorite anime or even an isekai, but every time someone had a conversation of early 2010s anime or about isekai, Devil is a Part-Timer always made an appearance on that table. And for the longest time I wondered, why is that? Why this another one of seasonal isekai captured so many hearts and managed to keep itself alive for over 10 years? Because it was fucking good, and the more time went on, the more people resonated with it. So in this video, I want to show you why do people love Devil is a Part-Timer, why did it take 10 years for another season, and most importantly, is it really that entertaining? Spoiler alert. Yes, we open up and are instantly put into another world of demons, angels and heroes, where our demon lord Satan, who wants to take over the world of Ente Isla, is instantly bitch slapped by the hero Emilia to Earth, Japan, Tokyo. Why specifically to this place, you ask? Because yes, where Satan and Alciel, his second in command, have both lost their magic. Unable to return back, they are forced to learn Japanese, open a bank account, rent a house, and get a job at McDonald's, which is an obvious fucking parody of an Indian snack, Vada Pav, where he decides to climb the social ladder of McDonald's and go from a part-time employee to eventually take over the entire franchise. And looking at him, he sure as hell can do it, because I have never seen a part-time employee work this diligently in a fucking McDonald's. Okay, now even if you are blind, you can notice the summary I gave you is the exact opposite of what usually happens in an isekai. Instead of a shut-in weeb getting transported to another world to kill a demon lord, the demon lord himself got transported to our world and is working at a deadbeat job. But the thing that actually is funny and entertaining is not the premise itself, but these weird goofy situations that our characters are put in. Obviously, the premise is solid. The almighty demon lord is trying to climb the corporate ladder of McDonald's is fucking hilarious. But what carries the show is the character chemistry. Emilia, whose mission is to kill Satan, is working as a customer service at day and is acting as the stalker for the demon lord by night. Alciel, the Satan's second in command and army chief, is so loyal to him that he decides to be helpful with the best way he can by being a stay-at-home wife. Lucifer, who has been kicked out of heaven, becomes a shut-in NEET on earth thanks to his depression. Also, we have Chiho, Rico and others who join in as the episodes go on, and all of them bounce off each other really well. And when you pair these fun characters with amazing voice acting, this feels like a genuinely funny sitcom. The dynamic between Emilia, who on surface feels like a tsundere, but she just cannot comprehend that Satan, this menace to society in Ente Isla, who was dead set on world domination, has hit the whip and is just a hardworking dude who is following the rules and regulation like a normal human being. On the other hand, Satan, who is just having fun and does not want to get annoyed by the hero who is constantly stalking him to make sure he's in line. He just wants to go to work, make burgers, and is aiming for that manager spot while dreaming to become the king of McDonald's. This is only one of the dynamics out of many. My personal favorite is later down the season, and it will spoil things, so I will leave it at that. But even though this is funny, it wouldn't leave the impact it did. The demon being afraid of his manager because he broke the fryer can only go so far. The world they came from plays a huge part of keeping the show fresh. Like sometimes we do complete 180 from horrors of broken milkshake machine to oh fuck, they are going to turn everyone into milkshake. Okay, look. That's the best I got. We see these world-ending fights with this nerfed version of Satan, or the emotional segments during arcs, where the character comes to terms with the actions of what they did in the past, or they come to terms with themselves, that the person they very much hate has changed and is not a complete piece of shit they thought they were. Devil is a Part-Timer balances all of this shit cleanly and keeps you entertained through and through, where one episode, our gang gets scammed by a shady company and goes in severe debt and finds loophole in laws to get their money back. And in the next episode, Holy Church is going on rampage and destroying everything while killing millions just to get a chance to kill Satan, and we'll love to see all of this. Not only that, it feels like the author has put real thought while creating this world. These guys from Ente Isla have different language, a certain way where you can communicate to someone on Earth, and also repercussions to come here, while all of this boiling down to an entertaining and fun show. Now, you might be saying, if the show was this good, why did it take 10 fucking years to get a second season? I feel Devil is a Part-Timer came out way before its time. The first season came out in 2013. Just to put it in context, this is the year Attack on Titan and Kill la Kill aired. Just a year before it, in 2012, Sword Art Online aired, which was like the first isekai to ever come out. Don't google that shit. Isekai was not even a term or a genre back then. We had no tropes or even trukkun. But that didn't stop Devil is a Part-Timer from fucking exploding. It was making waves even back then. But in 2013, the state of anime sequel seasons, to put it in a nutshell, was like the dad who went out to get a cigarette and never returned. Ah, look at that. Must be no game, no life kid. Don't worry, man. My dad came back. Sure, yours will too. It would have made sense if there was no source material or the author made an objection to get another season. But in 2019, the light novel had 24 volumes out of which the first season only covered the first 2 volumes, so they had fuck ton of material. As for the author, he has went on record to say he wants his work to get animated, but Studio White Fox, who did season 1, probably dropped it. The author in an interview said, even if original creator wants it, they can't make an anime. In the end, anime is a business, which also didn't make much sense. It was not like Devil is a Part-Timer was not popular. Even if you ignore the Google trends, the light novel sold like crazy. Even after 5 years in 2016, it had highest amount of opening sales of that week, beating Konosuba, Durarara and Goblin Slayer. The novel even won a silver prize in Dengeki Awards. So, if I just put my conspiracy theory hat on, it felt like White Fox lost interest or wanted to pursue other anime, and as a result, Devil is a Part-Timer stayed in limbo. Well, then why did we get a season 2 recently? Because in 2020, the light novel ended, so to probably push the sales and seeing the success of season 1, Studio 3 Hertz picked it up to give it another season. And I'm really glad they did, and I hope we get one more season, but seeing how things were last time, that is very unlikely. But let's hope. As for should you watch it? Of course you should. Get out of here. Get lost. Go watch it. Or you can watch this video right here. It's good and I will see you there.